A girl was peacefully sleeping in her room when something strange began to happen. Something that had happened to her many times before, as if an unseen force was shaking her while she slept. Curious and unsettled, she decided to set up a camera to find out what was really going on. That night, she went to bed as usual, but this time the camera was rolling. The next morning, she woke up and reviewed the footage. What the camera captured left her shocked. See for yourself what was recorded. This video was taken by a CCTV camera installed outside the house. A family had just arrived home late one night around 2:46 a.m. They began to unload some things from the back of their car when they heard something strange. Watch closely. Strange sounds resembling a young girl can be heard, and witnesses on the scene at the time say they heard what sounded like a young girl laughing or screaming. But this is where things get stranger. Just a few minutes after that, a crash occurs right where the sound of the girl came from. The second camera of the house catches the sound of the collision, and one of the family members rushes over to check what happened and see if anyone needs help. At the site, there was a man lying on the ground. He was conscious and completely sober, but the most disturbing part is that he kept mentioning a little girl.
No, señor, no había ninguna niña, no hay nada, no se mortifique.
No es imaginación.
¿Eh?
No es imaginación.
No, yo sé que no es imaginación de usted. Pídele a Dios que esté bien.
Unfortunately, I can't show the actual clip, but as you can hear, the woman tells the man there was no girl. Still, the man kept insisting that he saw a little girl sitting in the truck that crashed into him. Upon hearing this, the family member who rushed over and recorded everything was instantly reminded of the girl's screams he had heard earlier. He believes this was a negative premonition, a spirit of a girl manifesting and either warning about or perhaps laughing at the tragic event that was about to happen moments later. Just who or what exactly did the man see during the crash? A woman is alone at home when something pretty creepy is caught on camera. The video comes from a woman who lives alone with her 2 cats. Every so often, her cats would do things that made her wonder if they were children in their past lives. To her, it feels like she's living with kids. Because of how much she loves her cats, she buys a camera to see what they do when she's not home. The camera has an auto-tracking feature, meaning it follows any movement and tracks wherever the cats go. Although it's supposed to record just the cats, it turns out that buying the camera may have been a bad idea, because ever since she installed it, it's been capturing things that scare her. The following are just some of the things that happen when she's away from home. Take a look. From strange noises that come out of nowhere to unseen forces caught by the camera, the woman is completely spooked. And it's not just when she's away. Strange things have also happened while she's at home. There have been countless moments where something unexplainable occurred right in front of her. In one instance, she was in the kitchen when suddenly an object on her shelf flew off on its own. But the creepiest moment of all happened. One day while she was sitting on the couch, and this happened. The woman is certain there was no draft when this happened. As she says, the entire apartment is sealed tightly enough to prevent any airflow from outside. Since nothing like this has ever happened before, she finds it extremely unusual. Sadly, it's incidents like this, along with many others, that have been causing her serious distress. She doesn't know what to do to make it stop. Whatever is going on, it's clearly taking a toll on her mental health. Out of all the strange occurrences, one particular incident pushed her to finally take action and seek help from others. And that incident was especially creepy. Here's what the camera captured.
Ni para atrás. Ni para atrás, se mueve. Se viene la luz. Ya. 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 Ahí. Ya.
Once again, the door somehow moves on its own. Even the cat appears to be scared, quickly jumping off the bed after sensing that something is wrong. It rushes out of the doorway, seemingly trying to avoid being hit by the closing door. Naturally, the woman was left shaken. If no draft caused this, then how did it close on its own? As with previous incidents, she can't seem to explain it. But, as always, you be the judge. Is this woman truly experiencing paranormal activity? Or is something else going on here? There's a man on YouTube who's been documenting strange happenings in his house. Almost every video on his channel focuses entirely on the supposed paranormal occurrences he's been experiencing. Needless to say, some of the videos are pretty creepy. In one upload, the man captures footage of an unexplainable incident that resulted in his mirror being cracked. He has no idea how it happened, but he suspects the ghost in his house is responsible. Out of all the videos on his channel, the following one might just be the creepiest. On October 3rd, 2022, the man was looking out of his window after seeing something unusual outside. What happened moments later left him deeply unsettled. Watch.
Is that water? God, this fucking thing is. It's not. Well, I guess it has a window too. God dang, that thing's fucking filthy. Hello? Hello? Oh, Jesus. It's just my lighter.
The door opens on its own, as though someone had come inside. He looks around but can't find anyone or anything that might have opened it. Although that was spooky, it's what happens the following night that leaves him even more unsettled. Suspecting it might happen again, he sits on his bed and records the door around the same time it opened the night before. As he waits patiently, the following happens.
Now I got bad posture. Let me fix that. Am I hearing things? It's like a low rumble. Fun. Fun. David. It's not fucking funny, guys. Hello? Oh man. The fucking chills, dude. Hella fucking bad. Oh. Dude.
Feeling beyond spooked, the man decides to spend the night somewhere else. He tells a friend about the creepy occurrence and stays at his place for the night. However, that same night, something downright strange is captured by the security camera inside the friend's bedroom. Take a look. A shadow-like figure passes quickly along the wall before seemingly diving beneath the bed. It happens fast, but you can clearly make out the shadow on the wall before it disappears. The man later explains that the flashing lights are part of a motion-sensitive device which had gone off after detecting movement in the room. It seems that whatever this was had triggered the sensor. So then, what exactly happened that night? Some viewers believe the man was followed by something, while others think his friend's house was already haunted. It's unclear what was captured, but most viewers, including the man himself, believed that whatever it was paranormal in nature. Like most of the videos on his channel, there has yet to be an update on this whole situation. There's a video on Reddit that many people are finding hard to explain. The footage comes from a security camera installed outside a workplace where the Reddit user's father works. The father has no idea what was caught on camera, but regardless, he was terrified by the footage, as what it captured looks like something straight out of a nightmare. On October 10th, 2022, the Reddit user's dad was watching the security camera's live feed when, out of nowhere, he saw this. Despite the video's low resolution, you can still make out something pretty uncanny. Although we can't say for certain what we're seeing, it's clear that something isn't quite right about the supposed people in the footage. Out of the two figures, one appears to have an unusual gait, almost as if they're walking on all fours with a slight limp. It's this strange detail that has led many viewers to believe something otherworldly may have been caught on camera. But as always, what's your take on this? From theories about skinwalkers to speculations about some kind of cryptid, the true nature of this video remains undetermined, supernatural or not. The following footage was taken in an underground tunnel, where many people have reported seeing things they couldn't explain. From objects moving on their own to shadow-like figures appearing out of nowhere, employees at the tunnel are convinced that the cruise station, located in the UK, is haunted. It wasn't until recently that someone finally captured footage of these strange occurrences. Ben Taylor, a tunnel engineer, was on duty when his work was suddenly interrupted by something unusual. This is what he caught.
Not left there. I don't know what it is. It's left it up, I wonder. Mine's going in there. Oh shit.
It fucking seemed, mate, and it fucking stopped. Do you not hear it stop?
Stop, yeah.
According to Ben, security came to investigate the sound, but they couldn't find the source. He has no idea what exactly he caught on camera, but if there's one thing Ben is certain of, it's that whatever it was, it didn't sound normal. Now, it's possible the sound was caused by machinery at maybe a pump releasing pressure. But it seems more likely that something else was making those sounds. At first, the rhythmic and consistent pattern might make it seem purely mechanical. But the fact that the sound stops as Ben approaches the source, and then immediately starts, again when he runs away, suggests something may have been reacting to his presence. Had something supernatural been caught on camera, Or was it something else entirely? This next segment features someone I've covered before in a previous video. His name is Lee, and he's been uploading footage of paranormal activity happening in his home. Now, whether it's truly paranormal or not is still up for debate. But his most recent evidence might just prove that something strange is really going on. The video takes place inside his living room, where a security camera mounted on the wall recently captured something downright creepy. Lee and his family were away from home when the following occurred. It appears that something ran across the back of the room. It seems pretty clear that what was captured wasn't just a bug on the lens. This is especially evident because the figure disappears after passing behind the wall. If it were a bug, crawling on the lens, it would still be visible. Now you might think that was the creepiest footage he's caught. But just a few days later, something even more unsettling was recorded. His most recent video also takes place in the living room, like the one before. Except this time, Lee is actually present during the recording. It's probably a good thing that Lee is a heavy sleeper, because waking up to what happens next would have completely freaked him out. This is what was captured.
Poltergeist is a noun meaning a ghost or spirit supposed to manifest its presence by noises, knockings, etc. Poltergeist is real. 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 Poltergeist is real.
It goes without saying, but his most recent footage has left him completely baffled. As soon as the smart device stops talking, a shadow-like figure quickly passes in front of the camera, and immediately after, the security alarm goes off. It's unclear what exactly triggered the alarm, but according to viewers, the shadow that passed by may have been responsible. Later in the footage, Lee returns after turning off the alarm. After checking to see if someone had broken in, he proceeds to interrogate the entity and captures this.
I've had enough now. If you're a demon, you're the worst demon in history. Focus on
Was that you?
After waiting for a response, a very faint shadow can be seen manifesting just a few feet away from Lee. Viewers can't help but think that this might have been the same entity from before. Based on this footage, as well as others, it seems that Lee is dealing with something beyond explanation. But of course, it's always best to remain somewhat skeptical, as we don't know if the video is real. Like with most evidence, this one remains open for debate. A young girl sleeps peacefully in her room, unaware of the presence watching her. Suddenly, her body begins to move, subtly at first, then with increasing force. No one is there. No explanation fits. What kind of entity can disturb someone so deeply, yet remain completely unseen to the waking eye? home security camera shows a couple sleeping inside their bedroom when something extremely creepy happens. On June 19, 2022, user Chubby Gooby and her husband caught footage of something that, according to them, words cannot explain. Chubby writes, "I feel incredibly uncomfortable posting this because I feel like it could be uncomfortable for many people, but I strongly feel it's important to show what has been happening in our home. It goes without saying, but this video has left them terrified. This is what they caught."
Hello everyone, this is our experience on June 19th, 2022. I would like to thank you all for your continued support during this difficult time. I was fully asleep at this point and I was trying to wake up. We were both half asleep at this point, and I don't really remember what happened exactly. I just heard a sound. It wasn't until we watched the video.
It's almost as though something had entered the room, closed the door behind it, and began to move things around. Unfortunately, posting the video has made them feel even more unsettled, as many viewers suggest that they should leave the house immediately. They believe that an evil presence has made itself known. Although it's not clear what exactly is haunting the couple, many believe the house isn't safe to be in. But of course, what do you think? What exactly is going on in this clip? There has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. The person who recorded this is known as Creed, and it just so happens that while taking a walk through a trail that not many people know of, something pretty disturbing was caught on camera. It was sometime in the afternoon when this incident took place. Creed had just started hiking only an hour ago, but for some unknown reason that still haunts him to this day, the woods suddenly went quiet. Creed immediately sensed that something wasn't right. He sees a bunny crossing the trail right in front of him when it suddenly stops dead in its tracks. Feeling baffled and a bit scared, he takes out his phone and captures this.
Fucking hell. It was right there.
As he walks away, a disembodied voice can be heard coming out of nowhere. And if you listen closely, you can make out what sounds like someone saying, "Help me," in a muffled voice. Perhaps this might have been the reason why the bunny froze in its tracks. It was sensing danger nearby. Although it could be that it simply saw Creed and froze out of fear, the eerie voice caught on camera has made viewers think otherwise. No one else is seen when the voice is heard. To this day, he's unsure as to who, or even what, was heard on camera. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Could this be evidence of something supernatural? Or had something else been captured? Thank you for watching the video till the end. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a great day ahead. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.